A very good morning, students. As we have just completed law of dominance yesterday with explanation also. Now we are discussing what are the significance of law of dominance. Some significance of law of dominance are as follows. First, the law of dominance has proven that the traits are controlled by the discrete unit called factor. Second, each factor is represented by two factor and that two factor is called genes. Third one is, out of two alleles only one express itself, means one is only expressive in first generation, whereas the fourth one is, the recessive factor does not disappear but appear in F2 generation when it is in homozygous state, means for expressing the recessive trait the genes must be in homozygous condition, that is both the genes should be similar, that should be same. Another one is, mixed population keeps the recessive allele unexpressed for several generations. The phenotypic ratio will be always 3:1 in F2 generation. These were the some significance of law of dominance. Now, law of dominance is, I will ask the question, is law of dominance is universally applicable? Then it's your turn to find the answer. Is law of dominance is universally applicable? It means it applies on each and every organism. This is the questions of mine and you have to answer it. Now moving to the second law, that is law of segregation. Now law of segregation is the law which states that the factor or the allele of a pair segregate from each other during gamete formation in a way that gamete receive only one of two factor. They do not show any mixing or blending. That's why this law is called purity of gametes. There is a no exception of law of segregation, whereas law of dominance has one exception, that is it has exception and you have to find that exception. Law of segregation states that the factor, means we are talking about the genes, or of a character, means genes carry the specific character. The factor of a character, means the genes of a character present in an individual do not get mixed up but remain distinct and segregate from each other at the time of gamete formation, or you can say spore formation, so that a gamete carry only one factor of character and is always pure. This can be explained with the help of monohybrid cross, just by showing and by taking pure tall plant and pure dwarf. Already know about this, that is, this is the pure tall and this is the pure dwarf plant, and this is the gamete, that is, this is gamete which is having the trait, that is character of different things. Actually by this I am going to explain about law of segregation. Actually the factors are carried out by homologous chromosome. Since there are two chromosomes of each type, there are the two factor of each character, means this is the one factor and this is the one factor. This two factor is for tall and this two factor is for dwarf. As we know that sexual reproduction requires meiosis before gametogenesis, and during meiosis the number of chromosome is just get reduced, that is it just get half during the formation of gamete. Then this is the gamete, and during this formation the number of chromosome just get half, and the gamete carry this gamete carry only one chromosome of each type, and hence only one factor of each character. That is, during the hybridization or during the cross, the progeny will have the 50% of one character and 50% of another character. That is 50% of male and 50% of female. Both the character will the progeny will have. It is clear that this plant is having the character of both, that is one tall character and one dwarf character. When the formation of this gamete will again take place when we will do the self pollination of this plant, then during gametogenesis this gamete will be separated. It shows that during gametogenesis, during sexual reproduction, there is no mixing of character took place, and this shows the purity of gamete. So when this plant will self crossed by the another plant, then that will also have the gamete, and this gamete, that is one male gamete, one female gamete they are having, and this will do the cross. As you all are watching that during this cross, as you all are watching that during this cross, the plants which are produced all are having the tall plants, and in F2 generation they three types of plants are produced, that is pure tall, hybrid tall and dwarf plant. So it is clear that three types of plant is produced in F2 generation, and the purity of gamete you all are watching, that pure plant and pure tall plant and pure dwarf plant again produced in F2 generation, which we have taken in first generation. This shows the purity of gamete. Therefore, it shows that this whole shows that the gametes are always pure for characters, and factors segregate at the time of reproduction. Now, what are the significance for purity of gametes, or you can say the law of segregation? First signification is that it is the universal in application. It explains that allele do not get, as you all are watching, that allele do not get mixed up. Certain trait can appear in offspring which are not present in immediate parents, and the law could predict the occurrence of meiosis before its actually discovery. These were some significance of this law.